Oh, hello, Xander. Glad you could make it. Has this become a tradition for you, Sledder? Just to bring someone into your office every day? What news do you have to update me on this time? Well, Xander, I thought that you especially would be glad to know that the UCW champion Nicholas Colt will be defending his title at Extreme Apocalypse in an Extreme Rules match against Forza. I also thought that you would like to know that you will have an opponent at Extreme Apocalypse as well. But I'll reveal your opponent, or should I say, he'll reveal himself later on tonight. But as tonight goes, I'm placing you in a match against DeMarcus Hardy. But after that, your opponent will reveal himself, so that should be entertaining. What's up, YouTube? This is Mathos97, and welcome back to another episode of WWE 13 The Universe Mode. And what an episode this is today. Big milestone in this series. Episode 100. Yep, triple digits. Finally made it there. And we started out this Universe Mode. It was, a mix of WWE. UCW's been here the whole time. But nowadays, with W2K14 being the new place for all the WWE storylines, UCW gets a more intent focus here. It's the main focal point now of this Universe Mode. We get to see the storylines more in depth here in UCW, and we're gonna kick off the show here with Amazing X. And Amazing X has gone he's undergone a little bit of a appearance change, as now as you can see he's rocking the face paint. His hair is now blonde. I mean, Amazing X last week, he made a big statement attacking his former friend Lil Caesar, hitting him in the head with that steel chair. And not quite sure what Amazing X's, what the reasoning behind his actions were there, but he has been getting kind of overlooked as of late in this Universe Mode. And speaking of superstars who are being overlooked, we have Azrael now coming down to the ring. He's made a few appearances, but never really done too much to stand out yet in this Universe Mode. So Azrael in a similar position to Amazing X, getting a bit overlooked recently and trying to make a statement here. So this could be a big opportunity for both of these superstars to build some momentum and try to make an impact, a lasting impact here in UCW. But last week, Amazing X, he hit Caesar in the head with the chair, and it appears that Armageddon could be reformed as a powerful stable in UCW's history. And it looks like Amazing X could be realigning himself with the Ghost. But Caesar, I don't know, it doesn't look like Caesar's going to be a part of Armageddon this time around, as it'll be, well, the debut for Armageddon in this Universe Mode. But Armageddon has had a pretty rich history with UCW, and actually currently they're developing they're making quite a name for themselves in the realm of the actual UCW Call League on the PlayStation Network. What a kick to the face there by Amazing X. But anyway, so later on tonight, well, actually what we saw earlier on was that Xander James will indeed be competing at the Extreme Apocalypse pay-per-view, which is just 2 episodes away. It's 2 weeks away. And yes, so the Extreme Apocalypse pay-per-view coming up, where every match will be contested under no disqualification rules. So that should be an exciting pay-per-view. We'll see if these superstars of UCW can take things to the extreme, as Amazing X has done last week. So, I don't know, we're going to have to see exactly what all the matchups that will be going on. We do know that it will be the UCW International Champion, the Ghost, will be unifying his title with that of the UCW Hardcore Champion, Richard Thompson. So those titles will be getting unified. Now, big knee to the face there by Amazing X. And now Amazing X could be looking to make quick work of Azrael here, as Azrael never really seemed to be able to get out of the starting blocks in this one. And now Amazing X has him up there for a nice jackknife powerbomb. As you can see the instant replay, look at the height on this powerbomb, the strength of Amazing X, dropping Azrael to the canvas. 1, 2, 3, and that was a very quick matchup there, as Amazing X seals the victory over Azrael. So Amazing X, now that he attacks Caesar, obviously trying to get himself known and get himself into, wait a minute, what is this? Taking this, it doesn't look like Amazing X is done here. He's going under the ring. Oh no, he's got a steel chair. And this is definitely a way to make an impact, try to injure one of your fellow superstars. But wait a minute, there's little Caesar now coming out to the stage, and now he's on his way down to the ring. And Azrael, he's going to have to get out of there, try to get that steel chair off his leg. And now ducks a clothesline, and here's Caesar firing away on Amazing X. And Caesar tosses Amazing X over the top rope to the outside, and he's saved Azrael here. So Caesar, as you can see, Caesar also underwent a little bit of a change from last week. He's got the multicolored hair now, but Caesar trying to get maybe a little bit of retribution on Amazing X there, and he saved Azrael from the potential assault coming in from Amazing X. So we'll have to see where that situation between Amazing X and Caesar will go from here. But now it looks like we're going to move on to another matchup, as it will be Frost now coming down to the ring. And Frost, he was the former UCW television champion, but as of late, Frost hasn't really been able to build some momentum. He's kind of been overlooked as well recently, as hasn't really had much of an opportunity to get back into the main events, or to move up to the main event scene. Hasn't really been featured too much, as ever since he lost that television title. Frost, I mean, he's had a matchup here and there, but really Frost never really being able to find a point where he can actually stick into some sort of storyline. So Frost, a victory in what is going to be a 4-man battle royal here, one of our vintage matchups here in UCW programming. I mean, I know I said that I want to try and bring it back, and then sometimes I'll forget to use it, but with, like, now, when I'm trying to focus more on storylines, sometimes I'll bring in the battle royal, but sometimes the matches just end up filling the card, and I have no time for a battle royal. So for the 4-man battle royals, I'll try to get them in whenever I can, and we're going to see one of those here tonight. As we can see now, KBM coming down to the ring. KBM, another superstar who really has been overlooked in this universe mode. He had an opportunity to be, along with his brother CSM, to become #1 contenders for the tag team titles at Overboard. That was a while back. Chris Xavier ended up winning that matchup and eliminating KBM and CSM from the tag team title contention for that pay-per-view. But now KBM may be looking to make a little more of an impact in a solo career, as KBM hasn't been getting featured much on television, or much on UCW programming either. Similar situation to Frost. I mean, he's got a little less time, more so along the situation of Amazing X, where really haven't been able to find a point where you can make a name for yourself and be able to just find that one. He hasn't really had that one defining career moment that proves that he belongs here in UCW on the programming. But now we see X5 coming down to the ring, and it looks like he's getting a little patriotic for this match. You can see he's dressed up with that cloak. I don't know what the heck he's wearing, but sporting the American colors, red, white, and blue. But X5, another superstar who really hasn't been able to make a name for himself yet in the universe mode for UCW, really hasn't been able to stake his claim too much either. And that seems to be the common theme so far in this Battle Royal with the participants, as X5, KBM, Frost, 3 superstars who are kind of at that point in their career where they're just sort of not really doing too much. And then here's another superstar who hasn't really been getting featured much on the card either, Ape Azrael. And he's had a few matches here and there. I think the last time we saw him was when he encountered Eliminator 17, and 17 pretty much just ripped him apart. So Azrael, another superstar, yet to make a name for himself in this industry, and winning a Battle Royal here. This is a key matchup for all 4 of these superstars, because whoever gets the win here could potentially put themselves on the map and try to get themselves onto more UCW programming. As you see, this match did go on for kind of a long time. It took a little while. There were some stale points in the match, so if there are some cut points in the video, that would be why. Anyway, so we can see KBM going after Frost there in the corner, and X5. Nice hip toss there to Ape Azrael's. Frost now on the top rope, and Frost went for some sort of uppercut there, but what a gut buster there by KBM as he countered caught him out of midair, and now X5 ducks a clothesline, and he just turned him inside out there. What a clothesline from X5, and now it looks like he's going after Frost. Got him over there in the corner, and there's a punch to the gut, as now KBM and formerly known as Nick Correa, Ape Azrael going at it, and what an elbow drop there by X5, going sky high off the top rope there. But now both superstars, it looks like, working on the arms there. What a kick there from KBM, dropping Azrael, and there's another elbow drop there, as now Frost has X5 by the arm. Nice counter there from X5, and now he's got him up for a back suplex there. But with the Extreme Apocalypse pay-per-view coming up, I mean, oh, nice elbow there by Frost. It looked like X5 was going for something big, but Frost countered, and a nice belly-to-belly there, as he had the arms locked in there. But like I was saying, with the Extreme Apocalypse pay-per-view coming up, these are 4 superstars who you won't really expect to see on the card. But there's definitely one huge pay-per-view coming up, and that would be the No Escape pay-per-view, which is the final pay-per-view before the Overboard pay-per-view, in which, of course, features the Lethal Elimination Chamber. And when you get to feature 6 superstars, that could be an opportunity for, we have a potential dark horse to get in that matchup. And whoever wins this one could potentially find themselves in an Elimination Chamber. And that's one of those situations where careers are made, where careers are defined. You could have your career-defining moment inside the steel of the Elimination Chamber. But, oh, big super kick there from KBM. And a nice knee drop from Frost there into the cover. One, no kick out there. But yeah, like I said, this matchup here, just try and make a name for yourself. This is where you want to try to get a career-defining moment. You want to do something that stands out and stakes your claim in UCW and can get you get your career sort of started, as none of these superstars have had too much momentum, haven't really won any big matchups that could try and get them started in this company. As now Frost, big uppercut there to X5. He might have just taken his head off. X5's done here. 1, 2, no, X5 kicks out. He stays in it. And now I think Azrael might be busted open there. 1, 2, 3, and the artist formerly known as Nick Correa has been eliminated. Ape Azrael is gone. So we're down to 3. It's X5, Frost, and KBM here. So Ape Azrael gonna have to go back to the starting blocks. He's gonna have to wait for another opportunity to try to stand out here in UCW, as he's been eliminated. Nice total world backbreaker from Frost, and now working on the arm there of X5 as KBM just gonna stand back and watch this one for a little bit. He's just gonna take some time, regain his composure, try to regain some energy, try to keep yourself fresh in this matchup, because in an elimination contest such as this, you want to be able to try and pace yourself so that way you can eliminate the competition yet keep yourself alive in the matchup. And now there's a nice double team there, a double gutbuster by X5 and KBM. And now working on the arm of Frost, so it looks like turnabout's fair play there. X5 going to the top rope, and no, as KBM had grappled Frost there, so X5 was unable to connect. Nice scoop slam there by Frost. But Frost, on the other hand, Frost, he has had an opportunity to shine so far in Universe Mode. So he's sort of the one special case in this matchup where he's had his moment, but then didn't really end up working out for him too much, so he ended up getting sent back down to the bottom of the ladder, and now just trying to get himself back up into that main event scene, as now big F5 there from X5. And anyway, but Frost, former UCW television champion, at one point he defeated Brian Cole. I mean, I guess technically it was via disqualification, but he was in that matchup where Brian Cole ended up losing his career in UCW, and now X5 takes him down with a jackhammer, hooks the leg. As we got to see the replay here, of course, the replay is so important. You know, there's a pin going on right now, but let's see a replay. Why not? But Frost kicks out. He's not done just yet. And now KBM, big rolling elbow there, connecting with the face of X5. But Frost ever since he lost that UCW television title, he's just really dropped down to irrelevancy here in this universe mode. He's kind of fallen off television and hasn't really been able to see himself back up into that main event scene, into the cover, and another replay is going to cut us off, but that was a 1 count there. Can we hurry up this replay, please? 2, 3, Frost has been eliminated, so it looks like Frost is going to have to wait for another opportunity to try and get himself back up into the scene, get him into some sort of, get him back up to where he used to be in this universe mode. But now we're down to two superstars who have been overlooked, who have yet to make a name for themselves in this universe mode, and that would be X5 and KBM. And maybe X5, big senton there, hooks the leg, 1, no, KBM kicks out. And even so, at this point in the match, when you're down to the final 2, you just want to try and do something big. You want to try and prove that you can go the distance here. Like I said, pacing is key. You want to make sure that you can put away your opponent, but yet you don't want to tire yourself out and leave yourself vulnerable to a big maneuver. As now, X5 looks like he may appear a bit drained after he went all in to try and eliminate Frost. He took 2 finishers to put away Frost, and now it looks like KBM has an opportunity. Ooh, what a maneuver there by KBM, dropping X5 on the back of his head, and now a super kick, and X5 now, I believe he's been busted open, and yes, he has. There's a cut on the top of the head of X5, and KBM could be setting him up here for the KKO, looking to put him away. Oh no, he's going for the rock bottom here, and he takes him down there. As KBM, as you can see on the instant replay, taking down X5, and that's got to be it. I thought he would go for a pin there, but no, he's going to add an elbow drop there for good measure. But nope, now X5 could be trying to dig down deep here. Running on pure adrenaline right here, folks. Big drop kick to the face of KBM. And X5 now could be looking to connect with his finisher here. Could be looking for that jackhammer, trying to put away KBM here. But no! X5 stealing the KKO there, taking out KBM with his own maneuver there, and now hooks the leg. 1, 2, no, not a 2 count. X5 or KBM, should I say? KBM somehow kicks out of that, and it looks like we're gonna keep going here. This is the bottom of the 9th right here, folks. The 4th quarter. This is overtime right now. Kick out by KBM. As both superstars really proven themselves so far here in this matchup, as they can prove that they can take punishment, that they can go the distance. But the question is, who will walk out victorious? As the victory here is so important right now, as KBM has X5 into the corner, going up onto that second rope here, and nice DDT there by KBM. As now KBM hooks the leg. 1, 2, and no, X5 kicks out, but now as you can see, the blood just pouring down the face of X5. Got to be careful that it doesn't go into his eyes, could potentially blur his vision here. And he gets planted face first into the mat by KBM. And now into the cover once again. 1, and a kick out by X5. As both superstars proving, just trying to showcase their talent here, and I don't think anyone here in the crowd, I wasn't even expecting a great matchup that we have going on right now. But X5 going to the top rope now, and he misses with the headbutt, and I don't think that might have been the smartest idea on the part of X5. Into the cover. 1, 2, and again X5 kicks out, but his brains may have been scrambled, represented by the cut across his face, and that headbutt definitely could not have helped X5's chances in this one. But he connects with a knee and blocks KBM there. And now what is this? He ducks. Oh, and what a kick to the face. Very innovative maneuver there by KBM. And a spear. Or should I say X5. But he could have just broken him in half. 1, 2. No, KBM still kicks out. But I thought X5, I could have sworn that spear would have been in. He broke him in half. But now he connects with that clothesline in the corner. And now X5 picking him up here. And now a roll up. 1. No, not even a 1 count. KBM stays alive. Kick to the gut now by X5. And once again, scoop slam. And we've seen this before. Goes off the ropes. Drop kick right to the face. And for the second time, that's got to be it. Hooks the leg. Not even a 1 count. The referee was out of position there. So that might have been a little bit on the fault of the referee, but KBM, nice power slam counters the maneuver by X5, hooks the leg. 1, 2, and again, X5 kicks out as now it appears that KBM is in control. X5 with an Irish whip here. Nice hip toss there to KBM. So now it's X5 back in control. And he could be looking to put away KBM right here. Setting him up for that jackhammer. And he takes him down right there. X5 into the cover. 1, 2, 3, and that's it. X5 defeats KBM here. And what a victory this is for X5. As he defeats KBM, but can't take away any credit whatsoever from KBM. KBM, he took X5 to the limit. It's amazing that X5 managed to walk out with the victory there. As you can see, the blood all over the face of X5. But KBM had quite a showing as well. You can't take anything away from these two young superstars. As X5, he did walk out with a victory, but KBM by no means was easy competition there. So a great contest there. Hopefully we can see these two superstars featured more on UCWs. That was a very great sequence there at the end. But now we move on to a very familiar face here, the UCW International Champion, the Ghost, coming down to the ring here. And like I said, he's a very familiar face. One half of Armageddon along with Amazing X, as he's still got to worry about facing off against Richard Thompson at the Extreme Apocalypse pay-per-view. And the Ghost, he is a bit of a winner. That's a very risk-reward situation, that matchup. As Ghost, he could walk out, he could win it all, but at the same time he could lose it all, as he could walk out with 2 championships. He could win the hardcore title and hold that at the same time as the international title, but at the same time he has to run the risk of losing his international championship to Richard Thompson, and Richard Thompson will by no means be an easy challenge for the Ghost, but it'll be the first time those two square off in their careers. As now Keenan X coming down to the ring. Keenan X in a very heated rivalry with Jesse Sullivan at the moment, as it all started back at the Overboard pay-per-view. These two superstars teaming up. They were the then tag team champions, as they were teaming up as the Clique to take on the then Disciples of Darkness, I should say, because then Chris Xavier and Shane Cooper, who were the Disciples of Darkness, ended up splitting, but I'll get into that a little bit later. And now we can see come down to the ring Chris Xavier's brother, Drake Xavier, Chris Xavier's new tag team partner, but I'll get into that issue a little bit later. But Keenan X embroiled in a feud with Jesse Sullivan after Jesse Sullivan hit him with his finisher in that matchup and then dragged Chris Xavier for the cover. So Jesse Sullivan cost his team the matchup there, cost his team the tag team titles. And now we saw last week Jesse Sullivan and Keenan X got into a bit of a scuffle there during Jesse Sullivan's matchup with Drake Xavier. Jesse Sullivan was getting a little bit frustrated in there as Drake Xavier was showing his resolve. He took a finisher and stayed alive. So Drake Xavier, he's new in this universe mode. He just came around shortly after the Overboard pay-per-view. So there's still a little bit of a chance to see Drake. Wait a minute, what the heck is Ghost doing here? Is now he's coming over here to the commentary booth. Looks like he's just watching this one. Wait, what's going on?
Who's gonna get the upper hand? Into the headlock.
Pay attention. I'm gonna make a statement here tonight. You better be watching this, Richard Thompson. Because this is going to be you. This is what I'm gonna do to you at Extreme Apocalypse. Okay, so the Ghost just stole my mic here. And now Ghost looks like he's heading back into the ring. This matchup appears that Ghost is going to make a statement now, just sort of pacing around the ring. And now slowly but surely getting himself back into the ring here. And now Drake Xavier with a nice suplex there. But now Ghost getting involved in this matchup here. Big punch to the face. And a second one drops Drake Xavier. As I heard my phone going off somewhere, but I can't find it. There we go. Alright, but Drake Xavier, he's in a situation. He's new here in UCW, trying to make a name for himself, as he will be teaming up with his brother Chris Xavier to take on the Clique now, the new Clique, the team of Colin Watson and Shane Cooper. as Jesse Sullivan will also be competing in a match. The third member of Click, Jesse Sullivan, will be going one-on-one with Keenan X. As Keenan and Jesse Sullivan, like I said, they've been in that rivalry, and things are going to come to a head at Extreme Apocalypse. So we'll have to see who can get the victory there, but whoever wins that matchup, definitely, that should escalate their careers in UCW. That should put them maybe in position for a potential title shot down the road. I mean, with this whole division now of the Hardcore and International Championship, that's going to merge into one giant division, and that's going to leave a lot of contenders there that are going to have to contend with each other, obviously. We're going to have superstars who were challenging for the Hardcore title and the International title, so we could have tons of superstars competing. You have to go through the likes. You have to think at the top of the list at the moment would be guys like Max Bell. Max Bell's been getting some good victories. We have the former Hardcore champion, Ryan Mitchell. He could be up on that list. Whoever wins the Jesse Sullivan-Keenan X match could potentially get themselves into that matchup. Obviously, but whoever loses the match at Extreme Apocalypse will be in the running for that. I don't know what to call it. Should we call it the Hardcore International title? Should I make a whole new belt? Should I keep them two separate titles? I don't know exactly what to do with that just yet, as I'm getting out of breath now. I'm speaking too fast. But anyway, big kick to the face by the Ghost now. What was I going? Oh yeah. Also, you can get someone like Little Caesar, who, I mean, he has lost a few matches, but he has been in a title match with the Ghost before. He's taken Ghost to the limit. As now Ghost, Drake Savior off the ropes with a nice elbow to the chest there of the Ghost. I feel like this, if I could do a series like this in the future, I feel like it'd be kind of cool to do like a dual commentary with someone to do a series, but that'd be kind of difficult to do. But that'd be kind of something cool to do, like to have a second person to commentate these UCW matches, but definitely not this WWE 13 Universe Mode series. No, that's not the idea I have planned going with this. But I mean, to do like a dual universe mode, that'd be kind of cool. Not like my multiverse mode that I did with Yellow and Live the Vita. That was kind of poorly planned though, so that could have probably went more. So I mean, maybe we could try that again in the future. I could do kind of a multiverse idea sort of series. But I mean, to have like a two people doing commentary for a universe mode, that'd be kind of cool. But I don't exactly know how I would go about that, so I don't think that would really be the greatest idea. But it would definitely help with me having to talk for almost like 50 minutes an episode is kind of difficult. I'm already like 27 minutes in, and I'm like, this is too much. But I love making these videos. I love booking the cards. I love being able to focus more on the storylines. So, but by no means is this something I don't like doing. This is not something I dislike. In fact, I enjoy doing it. It's just trying to get into commentary mode for like 50 minutes. It's a little bit difficult. I'm kind of running out of breath right now, as I've been going for. This also doesn't help that I haven't been doing commentaries for a while. I had the huge, I gotta be careful. I don't want to offend anybody. The huge winter break. So I had like 2 weeks where I didn't do commentary, and now I'm trying to get back into the feel of 50-minute commentary. So that is a little bit difficult. My commentary conditioning is a little bit off, but anyway, that was kind of me just rambling, so let me get back into this. Anyway, nice elbow there by Keenan X, but anyway, yeah, that just threw me off when I was trying to get back into commentating. Oh, wait. Anyway, so we have Drake Savior, the Ghost, and big kick to the face there by Drake Savior. As Drake Savior, like I said, he'll be teaming with Chris Savior to. That could also be it's almost kind of like a unification match, as Chris Savior is one half the tag team champions. Wait a minute, is now Keenan X tied up in the ropes there, and now Ghost delivering with the knees to the face here, and now Ghost measuring him, big boot to the face, and that's going to send Keenan X falling to the outside. And there's a code breaker by the Ghost. That's the move that beat Caesar. 1, 2, 3, and the Ghost definitely made the statement he wanted to make here, defeating Drake Savior with that code breaker. Once he got back into the match, he did what he could, and he definitely, you could say, dominated that triple threat match. And here's Amazing X out to celebrate with the Ghost. There was Armageddon right there. But now we get to move on to another interesting matchup coming up right here, folks, as we have the UCW champion Nicholas Colt. And I've gone on about the issue with this title. I don't know what's wrong with it. It's supposed to be a white belt. I mean, this is before you had, the custom championship, so it was title editor. But still, it's supposed to have a white belt, but for whatever reason, the belt strap is supposed to be white, and it's black. I don't know why. So it pretty much just looks like the Smoking Skull title, which is what it was, but it's supposed to be white, just make it a little bit different. But, the game wants to screw me over, and that didn't happen. So anyway, another instance of me just rambling there, but we have the UCW champion Nicholas Colt. He'll be defending the title against Forza at the Extreme Apocalypse pay-per-view. And Forza, we all know Forza, he made quite the impact when he returned to UCW. Former Veterans of the Ring superstar, and now we can see coming down to the ring, we know this music, that's Max Bell right there coming down to the ring. So it looks like we're going to have a little bit of tag team action here. Max Bell, he's got his own issues with the man formerly known as the Hardcore Champion, Ryan Mitchell, as last week Ryan Mitchell came down to the ring and attacked Max Bell and Richard Thompson after the match. So now we've got Max Bell. Obviously Richard Thompson doesn't have time to deal with Ryan Mitchell. He's too busy worrying about the Ghost and that Hardcore / International Championship merge there never mind. But the merge going on, or the unification is what I mean to say, of the titles at Extreme Apocalypse. Sorry, I'm just out of it right now. But Max Bell, he's going to be going on. He's got this little issue now with Ryan Mitchell going on. But now, as we can see, coming down to the ring, there's the familiar music of Forza. And now I finally looked into it more. I've got some information on Forza, so here we go. Forza, he debuted at the dusk of WXW, at the very end of the life of WXW, which was the very first ever wrestling federation started by the one and only Slater, who now runs UCW in this universe mode. And he started by making out WCW. He started out with WXW, which was, I feel like I should know this, but I don't remember what it was. Anyway, so he started out with WXW, and you guys won't know who this is, but the Prodigy, he's a Hall of Famer in UCW. He was a very great superstar, been around in WXW, Veterans of the Ring, and UCW, and I would have liked to use Prodigy, but the creator did not want me to use his superstar in this universe mode. So I couldn't get a superstar from everybody. There were certain guys in UCW who did not want me to use their wrestlers, so that was a bit of a bummer, but couldn't do that. But the Prodigy, he was a very, very accomplished superstar in the history of UCW. He was a very accomplished superstar, former champion. He was Hall of Famer. But anyway, more about Forza, as again I was just sort of rambling there. But Forza, he held the Veterans of the Ring Championship. There was a tournament to crown the first ever Veterans of the Ring champion, and Forza won the title, and he held onto that title until he lost it to Xander James on the final day of Veterans of the Ring. And Forza, he's always kept in good contact with Slater, and that's obviously why Slater brought him back. Slater trying to make a huge impact, and bringing back Forza was definitely the way to go. So Forza setting his eyes now on the UCW champion, Nicholas Colt. But now we have Ryan Mitchell entering the ring here, and this is going to be a very interesting pairing here. We have Ryan Mitchell, who, I'm not going to sugarcoat this, he's a coward pretty much the way he's been acting recently. But anyway, I apologize for this. I messed up with the I wanted to actually play as someone and I hit the wrong button, so I apologize for that. But anyway, Ryan Mitchell, he's by no means, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, he's a coward, and somehow he managed to hang on to that Hardcore Championship as long as he did. He didn't really defend it, so he had kind of that excuse. But it wasn't that surprising when he did lose the title to Richard Thompson in that Fatal 4-Way at Overboard. But anyway, Ryan Mitchell, former Hardcore champion, and he attacked Max Bell post-match last week on Wednesday Night Wipeout, UCW Wednesday Night Wipeout, and now obviously Max Bell looking for a little bit of retribution. But we have someone like Ryan Mitchell, a bit of a smaller dude, more cowardice, or more coward-like. And then we have this big behemoth known as Forza, who will pretty much rip your head off. I mean, he's dominated Nicholas Colt the past number of weeks. He's had some dominating outings. And he's gone after Xander James as well. So he got his revenge there from Xander winning the belt. And so Forza now teaming with Ryan Mitchell. I don't know how this is going to work. I don't know how cohesive of a unit they're going to be. They have their own egos. Ryan Mitchell, I don't know what kind of an ego he'd have. More of a coward-like ego. I don't know. Do cowards have egos? I don't know. But then we have Forza here, who's obviously, pretty much looking out for himself and nobody else, except maybe Slater. But Ryan Mitchell is no Slater. He has no power whatsoever. And Ryan Mitchell, I mean, compared to Forza, Ryan Mitchell's a nobody. So I don't know how this pairing is going to work out. But for Ryan Mitchell's sake, he could very well get attacked by Forza if he does the wrong thing. So Ryan Mitchell probably just going to have to stay out of Forza's way here. And right now, it looks like Max Bell taking it to Ryan Mitchell in the corner there. Nice uppercut by Max Bell. As Forza, oh no, now Forza's going after Max Bell. And oh, nice STO takedown there. As now I don't know if Max Bell, this is a big opportunity for Max Bell to try and prove himself, to go up against arguably one of the top two guys in the company at the moment. I mean, I guess you could say Therm is one of the top guys, and he is the top guy, but he's not technically in the company at the moment. He has been suspended by Slater until after Extreme Apocalypse. So that's going to make Forza the #1 contender, the #2 guy in the company, because Nicholas Colt has the title. So you would think that would make him #1. And Max Bell, he's definitely not in the main event scene, but if he could try and do some damage on a Forza, just try to hold his own here, that could definitely help his standings in UCW. But now Max Bell going back after Ryan Mitchell, as Forza wants to get his hands back on Nicholas Colt here. And now look at this. He's got him up there. Nice vertical suplex there by Forza as he stalled him out there for a little bit. He was just kind of holding him there, and that showcases the power and strength of Forza. What a chop there. That chop echoing throughout the arena there, connecting onto the chest of Nicholas Colt. But now Nicholas Colt trying to come back in this one. Nice back body drop there from Forza, and there's a shoulder charge in the corner by Ryan Mitchell. As so far it's been pretty much have Forza go after Nicholas Colt and Ryan Mitchell go after Max Bell, and they're definitely two different tiers of superstars. Forza and Nicholas Colt in the main event, and then Max Bell and Ryan Mitchell more in that mid-card sort of scene. More of like the lower mid-card, maybe more of the upper mid-card, I don't know. I'd actually probably give them more of an upper mid-card standing, because there are some superstars who get featured a little less that would be more lower mid-card. So Ryan Mitchell, though, he definitely has been on a bit of a downward spiral in UCW as of late. Since losing the title, he hasn't really done a whole lot. And oh crap, this is not where Max Bell wants to be, as Forza picking him up, driving him through the barricade. Again, showcasing the power and strength of Forza, just going all out here on Max Bell, driving him through the barricade there and landing him on the concrete below there on the outside of the arena there. And now Nicholas Colt, he's got Ryan Mitchell inside the ring. And now it looks like it's going to be 2-on-1 here, as Max Bell's been taken out of the equation. So now Nicholas Colt's at a 2-on-1 disadvantage here against Ryan. Oh my gosh, he just, with that drop toe hold, planted Ryan Mitchell face first through the announce table. Ryan Mitchell could have hit the corner of the announce table there. Could definitely do a lot to that head. Ryan Mitchell could have a concussion. Oh, and now he just gets taken off the ropes there by Max Bell, who got up a lot quicker than I would have thought he would have. But Max Bell back onto his feet here and now going after Ryan Mitchell. And Ryan Mitchell's head has got to be hurting him now as he just went face first through that announce table. Ooh, big kick to the face of Max Bell there. Is now great minds think alike, I guess, as both superstars, Forza and Ryan Mitchell, using their feet there to the face of their opponents. And now look at this. What a submission hold there by Ryan Mitchell. Max Bell, though, manages to get out of it there. Manages to escape the submission hold. But anyway, as Ryan Mitchell got planted face first through the announce table and then got ripped off that ripped off the apron there. And now, nice hurricanrana there, springboard hurricanrana. But Ryan Mitchell got ripped off the apron, landed right on his back, and that could knock the wind out of you. But he's rebounded quite nicely. He has Max Bell up against the apron there, but now it's Max Bell with a counter and working on the arm now, Ryan Mitchell. And here's Nicholas Colt, nice elbow drop to Forza. The action kind of tough to cut. Time to, jeez, I can't speak. Kind of tough to cover as there are 4 superstars in the ring. Action going on in 2 different places, so it's kind of difficult to cover everything at once. Not to mention that I keep stuttering, and yeah, that's not good. I do that a lot. But anyway, Forza with a nice suplex, taking down Nicholas Colt. And now Max Bell gets sent over the topper by Ryan Mitchell. There's a leg drop by Forza. And now Forza could be signaling for the end here. Nicholas Colt trying to stumble back to his feet here. Nice hurricane on the outside by Ryan Mitchell. And here's Forza. Choke slam there to Nicholas Colt, and that could do it, folks. As you see the instant replay, look at the height on that choke slam. The strength of Forza hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3, and the match is over. But look at this, Max Bell with a big flipping pile driver on the outside, and he busted open Ryan Mitchell. So Ryan Mitchell, safe to say this was not the best matchup for him. His team did win, but even after the match, he still got busted open. He got dropped right on his head with that pile driver. But as for Forza goes, a very dominant performance. A dominating outing for Forza. Getting the victory is now Nicholas Colt trying to stumble back to his feet here. Forza celebrating the victory. And what the hell? The end is coming. What does this mean? Very interesting. That's a very encrypted message there up on the top. Or up on the Tron. Not encryptic, but like... What? The end is coming. What does this mean? The end is coming for who? For Forza? For Nicholas Colt? For UCW? And who's behind this message? Could it be Therm, maybe? Therm's suspended, but definitely not a superstar to give up. It could be him, maybe. Maybe... I don't even know. Who's behind that message? The end is coming. I wonder. I don't know. I guess we'll have to find out then. But now we'll move into our main event here as Xander James found out from Slater earlier on that Xander will be competing at the Extreme Apocalypse pay-per-view. But the question is, who will Xander's opponent be? As Slater has a mystery opponent picked out for Xander James. I guess we'll find that out maybe after this matchup here. Slater said that his opponent would reveal himself, so I guess we'll have to find out who it's going to be. But right now, Xander James coming down to the ring, and he has a matchup against DeMarcus Hardy coming up next, announced earlier on by Slater. And DeMarcus Hardy, he's a very accomplished superstar in UCW, former international champion in this universe mode, but DeMarcus, even so, wasn't featured all too much in this universe mode, so DeMarcus trying to get himself back into more of his kind of his caliber of matches, get up more into the main event scene, even so in that upper mid-card scene, just to get himself back featured. And it's kind of been a little disrespectful to DeMarcus Hardy how he hasn't been featured, but now DeMarcus trying to make a name for himself here as he was given the opportunity by Slater. And although Slater, he has made some albeit controversial decisions, he still is trying to help out the talent here. And a guy like DeMarcus Hardy, I mean, he's a veteran. He's might be getting a little bit up there in age, but still, he is a very talented superstar, and he hasn't been getting featured on programming. So this is a big matchup. This is definitely a matchup where DeMarcus Hardy could thrive, as he has been featured in. He's competed against main event superstars before. Not really one-on-one, though. He had in that gauntlet match, DeMarcus versus Brian Cole. DeMarcus was one of the opponents for Brian Cole in the Gauntlet, but wasn't really a straight-up one-on-one match. Whereas now, DeMarcus Hardy up against Xander James, one of his friends, and, I mean, these two, they've had a history, and DeMarcus Hardy, definitely a good friend of Xander James, but there's still some greater evil lurking, not only with the potential opponent being revealed of Xander James for Extreme Apocalypse, but the end is coming. I mean, that could involve all of UCW. Maybe it just involves Nicholas Colt. Maybe it just involves Forza. It could be for the UCW title. And I mean, if it is about the UCW title, then that pretty much is all of UCW, because that is now the only major championship in this company. But I don't know. Well, the end is coming. Don't know who it could be. I mean, I booked this stuff, but I don't know who it could be. But anyway, not going to spoil anything because it's going to be, I don't know. Anyway, not going to spoil anything. So, Xander James, DeMarcus Hardy going one-on-one right here. Nice knee lift. Big kick to the face there by Xander. And DeMarcus Hardy, like I said, former international champion. He lost the belt to the Ghost back at the BioResilience pay-per-view, which was way back in May or June. No, I think it was May. It was a while back when we had that BioResilience pay-per-view. It was a while ago. A long time ago since that pay-per-view. There was a long gap between the two UCW pay-per-views, BioResilience and Overboard. And I don't think that was really the smartest decision by me to try. Like, I definitely made some mistakes with this Universe mode. I tried to branch out way too much, you know, with the Attitude Era brand, and the UCW and the WWE. There was a lot of content to cover, and I really branched out too far. I kind of overextended myself, and slowly throughout my Universe mode, I started taking some stuff away so I could focus more on, put more focus on core content, stuff like UCW and WWE. And then, obviously, with the release of WWE 2K14, I can now focus strictly on UCW, which is, I don't know, I kind of like the idea of a Call of Universe mode. I'm thinking maybe I was going to do it as a surprise, but I figured why not. I'm thinking about having a UCW Redemption pay-per-view in WWE 2K14. I'm only saying this if you guys would want to see that. Again, it all depends on when I finish WWE 13 Universe mode. Maybe not really. Not really. Might still go through it anyway, but anyway, we have, obviously it's going to end. We have the Extreme Apocalypse pay-per-view coming up. Then it's followed by No Escape, which is about over a month away. And then obviously Final Destination, which is pretty much the WrestleMania of UCW. So, nice side effect there by Xander James planting DeMarcus Hardy. But after Final Destination, that's pretty much it. So, I mean, while transitioning to 2K14 isn't going to be the easiest, I got to collect all the calls again. And, I mean, superstars are going to have changed their appearance. Things are going to look a lot different for some superstars. Some are going to look exactly the same. Ooh, nice kick out there by DeMarcus as he kicked out of Xander's finisher there at 2. I mean, it was a close call, but DeMarcus stayed alive. And now Xander, nice drop kick there. But like I was saying, we're replaying the drop kick. I don't understand this. I mean, it's a good replay, but was that supposed to be used on the finisher? I don't get it. I know the replay does weird things sometimes. Like, one time I put someone through the announce table, didn't get a replay, and then, like, a random move on the outside later got a replay. And there's DeMarcus connects with a twist of fate there, hitting his finisher. And now Xander could be done, but no, Xander, showing his resilience, gets right back onto his feet and counters. And now with a roll-up here, no, DeMarcus Hardy kicks out there. But, like I was saying, if you guys would like to see a UCW Redemption pay-per-view in 2K14, once I finished up Final Destination and all that stuff with UCW, be sure to let me know down in the comments. I know I would like to transition most of my stuff out of the PS3 with the release of 2K15, and I'll be getting the PS4. But I don't really know what content is going to, or not content, but I don't know how the recording issue is going to be. And also with a lot of UCW people still on the PS3, I don't think I'd be able to get all the wrestlers and stuff like that for the PS4 on 2K15. So that's why I'm thinking I'd just do it on the PS3, 2K14, and now into the cover 1, but no, Xander kicks out. But yeah, like I was saying, ECW Redemption pay-per-view, I'm going to have to talk to my guy and get the arena made, aka SNA, youtube.com/so notoriously amazing SNA Entertainment. Had to do a little bit of a plug there because he's made all the arenas for me that I've used in this universe mode, so I kind of got to thank him. I never really properly thanked him for all the work that he's done. I mean, I've thanked him like off camera. I've thanked him when I've got the stuff, but I've never really thanked him in the series. So I want to thank, shout out to SNA for all the great arenas, except for the Bio Resilience. That one was that was Bio, that was Therm, it was his pay-per-view. He made the arena, so got to give him a shout out as well. I'm gonna do all my shameless plugs here. Might as well, why not? But anyway, so I mean, obviously, I can give a shout out to all the superstars in UCW who allowed me to use their creative wrestlers for the story. And yeah, so thank you all. But now Xander connects with the code breaker. I'm done with all the shameless plugs. Anyway, nice counter there by DeMarcus. As DeMarcus staying alive after taking the second finisher. Roll up here by Xander James. 1. No, DeMarcus once again kicks out there. Staying alive. Ooh, big clothesline there by Xander. Very impactful flying clothesline by Xander James. And now, DeMarcus Hardy whipped into the corner here. And here's Xander James looking to go for his comeback here off the ropes. Now he runs off the other ones, ducks the clothesline, and connects with the elbow to the chest or maybe the face there of DeMarcus Hardy. And now Xander James has DeMarcus back onto his feet, but he's going to put him right back down with that side effect. And Xander James, could the third finisher indeed be the charm here to put away DeMarcus? There he connects with another code breaker on the busted open face of DeMarcus, and this time we get the correct replay. And now Xander James into the cover. 1, 2, 3, and the match is finally over. Very hard-fought bout between DeMarcus Hardy and Xander James, and hopefully this match can do some justice for DeMarcus Hardy. Try to get him featured a little bit more. And I just want to let you guys know this cutscene is not related to The End Is Near. That one was actually set up by Universe Mode, so I'm interested to where that goes. But DeMarcus Hardy and Xander James here. Oh my God, there's Jam, and I think we know who Xander's opponent is going to be at Extreme Apocalypse. Is Jam. DDT to DeMarcus Hardy, making his impact, making a statement. It's going to be Jam versus Xander James at Extreme Apocalypse. So I want to thank you all for watching. Keep on YouTubing.